Hello, my name is Luke Miller, and in this video I will show you how to resin cast. The first step in the process is to 3D model your part using some kind of 3D modeling software. The next step is to convert the 3D model into a file compatible with a 3D printer. I chose to use a Prusa because they are relatively cheap, which works for this project as the durability of the print is irrelevant. Once the master has been printed, you will need to get a few things from the store. Side A and B will need to be purchased for both the silicone and the resin. Additionally, measuring cups, gloves, and large tongue depressors will need to be attained. To start the molding process, glue the master to the bottom of the container so that the part does not float up during the curing process, forcing you to restart. The ratio by part for the silicone is 10A to 1B by mass. Using this information and knowledge of the size of your master, figure out how much of each part of the silicone you will need before you start your pour. I ended up using a 12 ounce to 1.2 ounce ratio for this project. Here, I poured the 1.2 ounces of part B to begin the reaction that cures the mold. After both parts have been poured, immediately begin to mix the solution using a tongue depressor. When mixing, make sure that you scrape the sides and bottom frequently. The goal is to avoid white streaks and air bubbles in the final mixture. Next, pour the part A, part B mixture into the container with the master. Pour from high up so as to pop any air bubbles that did not get popped during the stirring. Leave the mixture to cure for about a day. Ensure that the mold has fully cured before removing it from the container. Use a knife to remove the mold from its container, then cut a jigsaw pattern into one side of the mold to get the master out. The jigsaw pattern is the best method to reseal the mold so the resin does not leak out when it's poured in later in the process. Wrap a few rubber bands around the mold as another way to ensure that the resin does not leak through the mold during its curing process. The mass ratio for the resin was 1 part A to 1 part B. Once both parts of the resin are poured, mix for about a minute, then pour the solution into the mold. Let the solution cure for 60 to 90 minutes. Looking back, I should have poured the mixture from higher to avoid air bubbles as I did when I poured the silicone. In this clip, you can see some of the solid forming just 5 minutes into the curing process. If you wish to do more casting with the mold, use caution in removing the part to preserve the mold's integrity. I hope this video has been helpful and that you've learned something today about resin casting. Please contact me with any questions that you have. Thanks for watching!